Jacobs here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of March. What is it? St. Patrick's Day is in 10 days, then that means, right? Not that I'm Irish, but, and not that actually I don't mind green beer. I just don't like light green beer. That's the problem. Anyways, enough about me. Let's talk some basketball today. And we got some interesting things I can pass along to you. Some free picks, some free thoughts, similar to yesterday. We will continue with our March Madness process. And speaking of March Madness Money Bundle at Vegas Pro Insider Daily. You're going to get a bunch of handicappers, top plays, okay, and in some cases you're going to get quite a few plays from them. And you're going to get some real experts. Kyle Hunter, he's just slipped slightly from 1 to 3. He's been in the top 5 for months at sports capping. He's done a tremendous job. Okay, continues to. He had a tough loss last night, as long as I did. Same game, but different reason. He had the under on Northeastern and Charleston. Game went to overtime. Gotta love overtime, don't you? I don't. So he got nailed on that one, but he's still having a tremendous season. And he will continue to have a tremendous season because this is his time of year. Sean Higgs. Yesterday, all he did was go 9-0. Oh my goodness. Sean killed it yesterday, to say the least, right? I mean, that's just, whew, that's tremendous. So he moved up at sports capping, and I'm pretty sure he's #1 now at VegasTopDogs.com, another monitoring service that sells plays. So he's doing tremendous work there. We added, as I mentioned yesterday, Joe D'Amico. Joe D'Amico's on a big run, and you will be able to get his college and NBA plays by becoming a VPID member for the March Madness Money Bundle. Plus, yours truly, Jim Mack, Dennis Macklin, who continues to be at almost 60%. You can get all that for $99 between now and April 2nd, the night of the championship game. You can get all that. Plus, you're going to get something else too. If you like baseball and the playoffs coming up, I got a special price for you of that as well. So that's all going to be available to you, $99. Okay. Plus, you're going to get picks not just from the regular tournament, but we're talking CBI, CIT, NIT. You're going to get all that from all of our experts, plus all kinds of other bonuses and other material that we regularly put out. Check it out, Vegas Pro Insider Daily, March Madness Money Bundle. Had a number of signups the last few days. Looking to have you join us as well. All right, first of all, we're going to talk about, I've been writing an article for Sportsbook Review every Wednesday. It's called Hump Day Dogs. So I'm going to talk about those. I got 2 picks for those, okay, on those. And for the entire season, we have had quite a nice year. 21-9 picking Wednesday college basketball underdogs. Take that all the time, right? I've made some good money on that, and I'm sure these people at Sportsbook Review or people that come to the Vegas Pro Insider Daily site have made money as well. So let's get to the first one. We got this is a little bit different because now we're talking we don't have the same level of team, or I should say games in terms of setups, because now we're in the college tournament. So they're a little bit more equal in that regard. So first one we're going to do is out of the Big East, St. John's and Georgetown. St. John's is a 5.5-point favorite, 4.5-point favorite, excuse me. And on the reason that they played well down the stretch after being 0-12 in the Big East. Georgetown really slipped as we came down the stretch. I think they lost their last 4 games, 3 or 4 games, didn't cover any of them. Looked bad in doing so as well. But in this one, taking Georgetown with the points to me makes sense, because if you're going to get juiced up for a game, it's going to be St. John's. I mean, you got the coaches. These teams aren't used to playing, at least for longtime fans, they're not used to playing on a Wednesday in the Big East tournament. Those games, when these 2 teams met, was always on Friday nights in the semis and or the finals on Saturday. But that's not where these programs are anymore. Patrick Ewing and Chris Mullen, Chris Mullen as far as a coach, not so sure. Patrick Ewing, to be determined, just in his first year's got to get his boys in there, see how he does. But I like the possibility of this game for Georgetown with the points here. And I like the fact also St. John's is 2-9 against the spread on neutral courts the last couple of years. I like Georgetown with the points. Later on in Conference USA, Louisiana Tech is going to play North Texas. Now, North Texas is actually the higher seed. They're a 7 versus a 10 with Louisiana Tech, but Louisiana Tech's favorite, small favorite, 1.5, 2 on that one. There's not a great deal of separation when you look at the two teams in terms of the statistical information. It's pretty close, and you can give the edge, a slight edge, to Louisiana Tech in one regard because they shoot free throws better. I believe it's 72% versus 65%. So that's one potential edge for them. But when you look at how the teams shoot the three ball when they're away, North Texas, the Mean Green, they make 2 more threes per game on the road than Louisiana Tech. And for my money, with all things being equal, if you can make a couple threes, as we see all the time in these conference tournaments, you drop a few threes out there, you can get yourself a victory or certainly a cover. I'm going to take North Texas as the higher seeded underdog to take down Louisiana Tech. Now, there's some other games of interest that we can just briefly touch on here. Let me just pull up my little schedule here and can touch on them for you, and something or some thoughts about some NBA games now too. It's not an exciting schedule, to be honest with you, today. I mean, there's a lot of, it's the early rounds of these games for the most part, so not a lot to get super excited about. I mean, we love college basketball, of course, but just not, it's not tomorrow or the next day. Let's put it that way. It's not Thursday or Friday with what we're going to see. In this, though, I do like Marquette with -5.5 against DePaul. That one is interesting. They just recently played, and DePaul beat Marquette, so I think Marquette, that should pique their interest. And they're considered a bubble team by many, so they have to win in order to have a chance to advance. So I think they will take care of DePaul on that. I think North Carolina, I think they'll be more focused coming off 2 losses, so I would not be at all surprised if they cover the 7 against Syracuse. That's another one. NBA action, though, looking at a couple, Denver, I didn't pull the trigger last night. I like Dallas +6, didn't pull the trigger. My mistake. Should have. Dallas won the game against Denver outright. I think Denver was Denver's a poor road team, first of all. I also think Denver was looking ahead because they're playing Cleveland tonight at home, and that's going to be on ESPN. I think that's the late game. Yes, in fact, I know it is. So that's going to be the late game. Denver's a 3-point favorite over Cleveland. Total's 230. Cleveland just lost to Denver this past Saturday. That's an interesting game. I would not be surprised if Denver doubled them up and swept them. The not so mighty Cavaliers anymore. So that's one I'm looking at. Does it seem fun to you? Toronto's only a 5.5-point favorite over Detroit. It does to me. It's one of those games where you think you should take Detroit because the spread's so low. Because somebody knows something, right? I still like Toronto here. Detroit's 2-13, I believe, in their last 15 games against the spread. I know they're at home, but I just think Toronto, they're just the better team. I think Toronto's going to take that one as well. So, hey, that's everything I have for today. Some free thoughts, some free picks, some ideas. I'm going to try to be back here tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll try. For sure, I'll be back on Friday, but I'll try for tomorrow, for sure. And we'll see if we can knock down some more winners for you with some free tips here. So this is Doug Upstone for March Madness on March the 7th. Look forward to being back to you soon, because as of right now, I am out.